Welcome back. All right, so today's class is talking about Bhramari Pranayama. So that is a technique, the bumblebee breath. Bhramari, like a goddess of the bees, the bumblebee, um, the sound that you make in this breath is like a like you make a humming sound, like a bumblebee as you exhale, and you block your there are different ways you can do that. You can, I think it's fine, right? Especially if you're at home, to put an eye mask on, put some earplugs in your ears, like some little foam things, so you don't have to do anything with your arms, right? You can have a little bit of more relaxation in your shoulders and arms, and you do it like maybe an extended time without any strain in your spine. It's a fine choice alternative method of getting into this technique where you don't have to do all this funny stuff with your hands, right? You might not think it's comfortable to put your thumbs in your ears and close your ears in that way, right? Not super fun, maybe, for everyone. And right, if they don't fit, if it's uncomfortable, if it, you also have perhaps these little ear flaps, right, that are in front of your ear holes that you can push with your thumbs to close the space rather than shoving those thumbs sort of inside of your ears. That feels like kind of uncomfortable. You can kind of press on those those little ear flaps to close the ears, shut the sound out in that way. Oh my gosh, look, fireworks. All right, this thing does things on its own. I'm not doing it. Sometimes it does a thumbs up, and I'm not sure what's going on. So, fireworks. So right, you're shutting your ears in this sort of way with your thumbs. There it is again, fireworks. That's an exciting part of the process. The, the next part of the process is right, perhaps, right, if you're going to do the sort of more traditional mudra, right, you have a finger or two fingers maybe blocking your eyes, right, on the eyelids, right? So you have your fingers, right, thumbs in the ears, finger over the eye. You have the finger kind of next to the nostril, finger below the nostril, another finger like below the lips, right? So in this kind of way, another another traditional version is like the fingers together too, also, right? Kind of like this, thumbs in the ears, fingers coming the front. There's different things you can do, right, with your different ways you can place your hands if you're using like different hand mudras in this technique. But the core thing is to close your ears and close your eyes too. You're kind of closing the gates and having your awareness sound internal, and also like the sound resonates and vibrates in your head cavity, especially. It's like you find this point where everything is really buzzing inside of your skull, and you hear this. It actually sounds like an actual bumblebee, like buzzing inside of your skull. The breath itself, the technique is very calming, very, very like, ooh, very like brings you to like this really nice stillness. Great for the respiratory system, great for the nervous system, great for the sort of like emotional regulation. And so that's a little description of it. So we'll do a couple of breaths in that way. Let's say, you can start with like 5 breaths or so, see kind of what's happening, 6 or 7 or something. And you can do it for like 5 minutes, like at a time if you like, whatever, you can work up to doing it for some time. There's really, um, I wouldn't say there's any like restrictions, right, on when to do it. This is like a great, maybe you don't want to do it while you're driving. Don't do pranayama while you're driving and stuff like that. But bring your thumbs into your ears to close, right? Close the ears, and you have fingers onto the eyes, to the nose, the top lip to the bottom lip. You slowly inhale through the nose into the belly, And on your exhale, you make the buzzing sound. Inhale again, nice and slow, and you in this way. Continuing in this way, you can keep doing this. I'm going to just talk for a few minutes while you're doing that. So you can make the sound of an like, or you can say om as you right with your lips closed, your jaw like just slightly relaxed in the jaw, the teeth not really clenched or touching, or just like a little space, but relaxed jaw, lips closed, lightly touching. You have the tongue kind of at the bottom of your palate behind your teeth. Um, Sometimes it's interesting to bring the tongue to the upper palate too, but you can change the pitch of your buzzing beat. Like you can, I think it's fun to experiment with this technique a little bit and see what happens when you make a low pitched buzz, you make a medium pitched buzz, a higher pitched buzz. Like what happens to kind of like the location, the resonance of that vibration inside of your head, inside of your skull. Uh, you can say om, You can also say ng, ng, right? Other kind of combinations of sounds, and you experiment with it and see kind of how that all changes what's happening inside of yourself. Do each for like maybe a round of 5 or 6, change to something else for another round of 5 to 6. Kind of explore in that sort of way, right? So, right, thumbs into the ears, eyes closed. Closing the 7 gates, right? The eyes, the ears, the nose, the mouth. Exhaling with a buzz. Okay, so there is a short description of Bhramari, the bumblebee breath. I would say do that every day. Do that twice a day, 3 times a day. That is an awesome technique. Very super interesting when you really hear that sound resonating inside of the skull. and it's exceptional, like for really, oh, like really calming. You bring to this really beautiful, peaceful, excellent like practice, maybe just before you start and get into meditation also, to really bring your mind into like this really chill space, get you ready for some great meditation practice. All right. So thank you very much. Hope to see you in the next chat. Thanks for stopping by.